from the WDWL TV multiplex, live from Studio G. We proudly present the pride of the station, the Two Grumpies, starring the grumpy old man, me, and the grumpy vulture. Take your bow. Oh, very graceful, very graceful. And you used cream rinse today. Oh, you're so fluffy. Oh, you look like a little chick and not a female. All right, go back in your corner. Look at the camera. There you go. Greetings, friends. I hope you had a better day than Grumpy. You know what today was supposed to be? First of all, it was supposed to be wearing the right glasses, asshole. There we go. Now we're grumpy. Today was supposed to be 1 gig internet. You know what today is? 600 gig internet. Yeah. The carrier missed the flight. Yes, the carrier missed the flight. Now, after much digging, here is what happened. He picked up the modem and the Wi-Fi from my internet provider's depot at 3:11. That's when he scanned it, 3:11, okay? That is his last pickup of the day. From my internet provider's equipment depot is a 40-minute trip to the airport. The flight was at 8:20 p.m. How in the world did he miss the flight? This is what they're trying to figure out. He should have been at the airport no later than 4:30. When he gets to the airport, everything from his truck is offloaded on to a shipping container, which immediately gets loaded on the plane, because everything that he picked up is all overnight. Everything he picked up is overnight items. So Grumpy isn't the only one that's pissed off today, because everybody that was supposed to be getting a package today ain't getting it. And everybody basically paid for overnight shipping. Needless to say, besides my internet provider, there are a lot of pissed off people today. Shippers and customers. Let me put a little light on the subject here. There we go. Maybe a little more. One more. Two more. Three more. Four more. There we go. Yes. My internet provider is extremely pissed off. The agent who I spoke with yesterday, who, believe me, was, oh my God, talk about adhering to company policy of putting a smile on a customer's face. She succeeded yesterday. Unfortunately, the smile turned into a frown today when I got my shipping information. I looked at it and I was like, this can't be right. And I looked again, and it said, arriving between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. on 1/10. 1/10. Supposed to be 1/9, not 1/10. So I emailed my internet provider. And I said, there seems to be some sort of error in the delivery of my equipment. Could you please check into it? She emails me back and goes, can you forward me that email? Oh, gladly. So I forwarded the email to her. About half an hour later, I get a phone call. She goes, you are not going to believe this. I said, at this point in time, believe me, I'll believe anything. Because I somewhat know what this carrier is like. The driver, I'm having a hard time. I'm having a hard time here. The driver pulled in to get a bite to eat and fucking fell asleep in his truck. He fell asleep. He didn't wake up until 9 p.m. Needless to say, the big bird was in the sky already. I would tend to think he's no longer employed, or at least is going to have several weeks off to think about his fuck up. Yeah. He stopped at a fast food restaurant, got himself some food, and then took a nap. For 4 hours. That's not a nap. A nap is usually like maybe an hour. Yeah. He fell asleep. A whole truckload of overnight items missed the plane. There are a lot of people pissed off today, believe me. I thought my agent was gonna cry. I really did. She was like, I promised you. I promised you you would have your new equipment. I promised you. I kept telling you, as soon as you get it installed, everything's going to be like lightning. I said, yes, you promised me. You were not personally delivering the equipment to my house. It's not your fault. And she just kept over and over, but I promised. I could not convince her. Cheer up. It's not her fault. She put the order in. The modem and the Wi-Fi unit were boxed, ready for shipment. The driver picked them up and put them in the truck. The truck left the warehouse on the way to the airport. He would have been way on time. He'd have been several hours on time. He would have been to the airport by like 4:30, maybe 5 o'clock. The flight didn't leave until after 8. There would have been a lot of time. That time was spent taking a fucking nap. You know, I can't get pissed off at it. Because it seems like this outfit is one big, huge fuck up. I think that's why the company name starts with F. Because I know what my delivery driver's like on this end. No matter what it says on the shipping label, it will say deliver to either milk chute or side door. On my front porch is a 8x12 metal sign with painted emblems of every delivery company. FedEx, Amazon, UPS, USPS, even DHL. And the sign is hanging on a cable blocking the steps to the front porch. And it says, deliveries to side door with a big arrow pointing to the left. Where does my FedEx man deliver? The front porch. And I've already caught him standing back about 6-7 feet from the front porch and winging a package. So, like I told the girl, I said, if this was going to happen, it was going to happen to me. I have no luck with this carrier. I even tell people, do not ship with that shipping company whose name starts with F. Because both you and I are going to get fucked. Plain and simple. I told her, I said, it's laughable. Not on her end. She was like, but I promised you. I got you all excited for this equipment. Well, yes, she did. It wasn't her fault. Oh my God, I wanted to reach through the goddamn phone and hug her because she was really losing it. I have never had an agent who was basically shipping something to me almost be in tears on the phone. As a matter of fact, I think when she found out of the driver's fuck up, she probably broke down and cried at her desk. Oh my God. Stop at a fast food place, back into a parking spot, and take a 4-hour nap. Oh my God. So right now, my modem and my Wi-Fi unit are in Columbus, Ohio. The next stop hopefully will be in Richfield. That's the depot. I guarantee the plane has already left Columbus. So technically, everything should be sitting in Richfield right now as we speak. As a matter of fact, let me check. As much as I hate it, I downloaded the F Company's app. Well, that's a good sign. The phone's working. Okay. So much bullshit to negotiate. Aha! Arrived in Richfield at 5:45 p.m. That means it should be loaded on a truck by the night crew. That truck should leave Richfield around 7 to 7:30 a.m. I should be getting my package somewhere between 11 and 1. If they adhere to that delivery time. Now, I won't have a delivery time until the morning. There's no excuse. The package has arrived at the destination it should have arrived at this morning. Had the driver not taken a fucking 4-hour nap. Oh my God. I even told the CEO, if this was going to happen to anybody, it was going to happen to Grumpy. Story of my life. That's my luck. Unfucking believable. The driver takes a 4-hour nap with overnight packages on his truck. That's all he picked up yesterday. Everything on that truck was overnight deliveries. And he decided to take a little nappy for 4 hours. Oh my God. You know, it's funny, but it's not funny. You pay big money for overnight shipping, especially when it's air. Un- unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. I looked at that email, and of course, I'm on my first cup of coffee, and I was like, let me get another cup of coffee. Something ain't right here. I get my second cup of coffee. I read the email, and it should say 1-9-2025. Why is it saying 1-10-2025? I was like, okay, somebody made a topography error. Until I called my internet provider, customer service, and asked for the girl I spoke to yesterday. As a matter of fact, she was under the impression I already had the equipment and had it installed and up and running. Because, of course, after I heard, remember the Alamo. Who am I speaking with? And I told her, hey, grumpy old man. She was like, how do you like that lightning fast speed? I said, well, it's not so lightning fast. She was like, oh my God, let me get tech support on the line. I said, no. I said, I don't have the equipment yet. Well, is that on the way? I said, no. She would be, no. I said, it's telling me it's coming tomorrow. She was like, what? I said, yeah, it said between 11 and 1 on 1-10-2025. She was like, can I call you back? I said, yeah. She goes, can you forward me that email? I said, yeah, no problem. So I sent it off. She had me on hold. She opened it. She goes, I've got it. I'll call you back. Click. And then when she called back, I could tell she was about to burst into tears. And over and over and over, I promised you. You were looking forward to it. I promised you. I said it's once it left the warehouse, it was out of your hands. There's nothing you could do about it. It was picked up. As far as you knew, it was on the way to the Big Bird. Well, unfortunately, the driver laid an egg because it never made it to the Big Bird. Because he took a little nappy. Yep. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Because the warehouse is in, and I don't understand how they ship shit. The warehouse is in Indianapolis. Now, from Indianapolis, technically you would think that an overnight shipment would go to Toledo, Ohio, and then from Toledo to Richfield, which is a straight line. No, it goes from Indianapolis down to Columbus, Columbus to Richfield. A big V instead of a straight line. Because they have a terminal in Toledo. And then the delivery terminal is in Richfield. Why it goes from Indianapolis to Columbus, and then basically, I don't know if it's the same plane or if it gets offloaded to a different plane to go from Columbus back up to Richfield. All I know is it ain't here. Grumpy does not have the luxury of 1 gig internet service today. Maybe, fingers crossed, tomorrow. I have everything ready to disconnect and swap out. Everything's ready. It'd take me about 20 minutes to be on my new internet service. If I had the modem and the Wi-Fi unit sitting here. Unfortunately, it's not. So much for overnight delivery. As a matter of fact, I asked her. I said, do you exclusively use this company for your shipper? No. They alternate between UPS. I guess it's a toss of a coin. Who do we call? Oh, we call that company that fucks you over. I don't know whether it's a rotation where like 1 week it's UPS, next week it's fuck you, and then UPS again, and then fuck you. And I don't know. I didn't bother to ask her. I didn't want her to cry. Because I knew she was holding back the tears the way it was. All I know is, I hope that I would be like maybe the only customer to call her and complain. I don't know. I don't know how many people she made smile yesterday and promised them their equipment overnight. All I know is that poor girl was like on the verge of a breakdown this morning. I promised you. I promised you. I told her, I said, you know, it wasn't like you were loading this stuff in your car and driving from the outskirts of the Alamo to Cleveland, Ohio. Because evidently, either their office or she lives around the Alamo. Because every time she answers the phone, remember the Alamo. Yeah, I'm trying to think how the... Thank you for calling. This is... I'm pretty sure It was thank you for calling. I'm not allowed to give the. Thank you for calling internet service in San Antonio, Texas, or wherever. You know, remember the Alamo. I remember the Alamo. I remember the old equipment that's still here. I tried making jokes with her. It was making things worse. All I kept getting was I promised you. And I said to her, it's not like after you hung up, you ran downstairs, grabbed a modem and a Wi-Fi unit, loaded it into your SUV, and drove here to deliver it to my side door. I said, once you placed the order with the warehouse, your job is done. Period. The warehouse did their job. They packaged the modem and the Wi-Fi unit, gave it to the fuck you company. It was out of their hands. It physically left the property, supposedly on the way here. Unfortunately, a nap diverted everybody's overnight shipment. And I even told her, I said, he had a truckload of stuff. You weren't the only person shipping. You know, XYZ internet provider is not the only company whose equipment was on that truck. He had a truckload. He pissed off a lot of people. I can almost imagine how many companies. And, you know, I'm on the internet. I'm up and no big deal. What if there was like emergency medical equipment that a hospital is in dire need of? Or medication that patients are in dire need of. And he takes a nap. And he's got a cell phone. Cell phones have alarm clocks in them. You mean to tell me he couldn't set it for half an hour? And no. 4 hours later, he woke up and was like, uh-oh, I'm in trouble. Matter of fact, maybe the plane flying over him woke him up. He was like, whoa, no, there goes yeah. Missed the flight. If it was going to happen to anyone, it was going to happen to Grumpy. Because that's the way my luck runs. If it weren't for bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. Something from the old Hee-Haw show. Right about now, everybody's going, hee-haw? What the fuck is a hee-haw show? Gargle it. Or you could call the phone number, BR549. I still remember it. I love that show. I'm a pickin' and I'm a grinning. Yeah, that show was nuts. Pickin' and grinnin'. The Grand Old Opry with Minnie Pearl. Yeah, that show. I love that show. Hee haw. That's Grumpy's Luck. I'm going to write a book, maybe. I should write a book. Entitle it Grumpy's Luck. Not. But any other shipper, it would have been here. If they would have sent it UPS, it'd have been here. If they'd have shipped it through Amazon, because Amazon also runs an outside shipping service, it would have been here. I guarantee if they'd have sent it DHL, which is like non-existent around here, it would have been here. If they would have done an overnight priority with the post office, it would have been here. But when you send it via that fuck you company, you get fucked. Plain and simple. And I didn't even have to bend over to get this one stuck in my ass. Thank you, Sylvia. Oh, it wasn't Sylvia. Tomorrow night, fingers crossed, we will be broadcasting on 1 gig speed. Not tonight. At least it gives me one more day with my old password. Yeah, gotta learn a new password tomorrow. I no sooner memorize the old one, now I gotta memorize a new one. A new username and password, which is on the back of the modem that is sitting in Richfield. And hopefully tomorrow, around this time, it'll be sitting over here in the electronics unit of the studio. I spent all that time cleaning the area over here for nothing. Well, not nothing, but I should have a nice fancy modem and a wave looking Wi-Fi unit instead of a volcano. Yeah, this one looks like a volcano, but the new one is supposed to look like a wave. I don't care what it looks like. I just hope it works. And then, every piece of electronic equipment has to be changed with a new username and password, because I won't be able to watch my flat screen TV until I log in with the new username and password. My laptops, my tablets, Everything's got to be redone tomorrow. That's another thing that pisses me off. Everything has to be redone or it won't connect. So I've got everything lined up. I got the 2 laptops ready to go. I got the 2 tablets ready to go. I have my Gateway netbook. Oh, there's one that takes you back, huh? Yes, I have a Gateway netbook. Oh, it's the cutest little. It's a miniature laptop. Kind of irritating to type on, but yeah, the little miniature laptop. They call it a netbook. As a matter of fact, I wasn't going to purchase anything. I had driven past the Gateway store probably 100 times. And you couldn't miss Gateway. Everything of theirs looked like a cow. It had that black and white cow design. So the one day I happened to be on that side of the street. I was heading home from somewhere. And I was like, I'm going to stop in and just look around. So I don't even think I had my ass in the door, and I had 2 salesmen go, welcome to Gateway, can we help you? I said, just looking. Well, the one followed me around like a bloodhound. And I was like, hey, I'm just looking. If I need you, I'll wave. Like this. He was like, really? Yeah. If you see somebody doing this, that means I need help. He started to walk away. He turned and looked. And I went, just remember, if I'm going like this, that means I need help. Otherwise, I don't need help. Are you sure? Yeah, I'm sure. Just keep an eye on me. You see that? I need help. Okay. So I wandered around and I was looking at monitors and computers and laptops. All the accessories, And at the end of the aisle was this netbook, a little baby laptop. And I'm looking at it, and I'm playing with it. And I'm playing with it. And I see him looking, and I look down. And I'm playing with it, and I was like, this thing is cute. A baby laptop. So it got the best of me, and I went. And he came over like somebody shot him in the ass. Yes, can I help you? How much? You give me a price? It's just, is that the best you can do? I'll come back when it's on sale. Holy shit. You'd think I was stealing his wallet. He was like, let me go talk to the manager. Okay. He ran over to the manager like his ass was on fire. Then he come back. He says, manager said I can do it for X. I said, that's the best he could do? Because it was only like 10 or 15 bucks. I said, nah, I don't need it that bad. Here he goes again. Flames coming off the bottom of his shoes as he's making a beeline to the back of the store. About 5 minutes later, he comes back, out of breath. The manager says, X. I said, okay, I'll take it. And it took him about 20 minutes to fucking catch his breath. He goes, really? I said, yes, I'll take it. Then, you want the extended warranty? No. You ain't making any extra money. Yeah, you're gonna take it away here and you're gonna add it on over here. No, we ain't playing that game. Ring it up for the price I agreed to. So he was almost like in tears because he knew that extended warranty was going in his pocket, you know. So I got home with my little baby laptop. I'll bring it into the studio tomorrow night. I'll show it to you. It's cute as hell. It's a little baby laptop. It looks like something that you would buy at Toys R Us. Yeah. I mean, it's worthless as hell, really. I mean, it performs like a full-size laptop. It's so tiny that I have problem typing on it. Matter of fact, what I used it for, mainly, is I have, and I'll bring that in too. It's like an endoscope. And I used it because it's so small. When I would change spark plugs on my vehicles, I would look at the top of the pistons and the cylinder walls because it would go right down the spark plug hole, and it's got a really bright light. That's mainly what I use this little baby laptop for. Or if I had to find something up under the dash, you know, I would tape it to a stick and go up under the dash and watch the screen and go, oh, that's where they put that relay, you know. I mean, with that little endoscope, it is great for doing stuff like that. And that's mainly what I use it for. Because I had a full-size laptop, I had computers, I didn't have to use that thing all the time. So that was like my automotive diagnostic tool. But it is cute. It's a baby laptop. Bigger, like a tablet with an accessory keyboard. I love that little thing. And I got a hell of a deal on it, believe me. I don't think that kid was going to let me leave the store until I bought it. Matter of fact, I'm trying to think what I paid for that. I want to say like $300. I might even have the paperwork for it somewhere. But I'll bring the netbook and the endoscope. I'll show you what Matter of fact, they make them where you can plug them into your cell phone. If you want to look down your throat, look down your throat. You can buy them anywhere. I got this one off of Wish. One of the few items that wasn't a piece of Chinese crap. But I know Temu sells them. You can buy them all over the place. I mean, they're so cheap today. But yeah, it's a little baby endoscope to go with my baby laptop. And that was the only time I was ever in Gateway. Because shortly afterward, I think they got bought out. I don't know who bought them, but Gateway, no more cows, gone. I wish I would have kept the box. It would have been a collector's item today. Because Gateway, that was their thing. Their boxes look like cows. I don't know where that marketing idea came up with, but yeah, good old Gateway computers. And that's the only Gateway item I ever bought. I probably would have gone back and bought a computer had they not been out of business the next time I went out there. Yeah, I go out there and it says store closed. Whoa! That was quick. Interesting item. I'm watching a video of a towing company out in California. They do heavy towing, mainly like tractor trailer rollovers and stuff like that. They did a rollover with a container filled with concentrated apple juice. Okay? The concentrated apple juice came from China. And the tow truck driver made a comment, which I was thinking, don't we have apple orchards in America? We have to import concentrated apple juice from China, and we trust this shit to be 100% pure concentrated apple juice? What are we thinking in America? You know, they already discovered that there was contaminated baby formula. Kids' toys were painted with lead paint. And we import apple juice when we have how many thousands of acres of apple trees? What is going on in America? I can guarantee I know what's going on. The fucking apple juice from China is probably half the price of what it would be from an American farm orchard. So we risk our lives, basically, importing this shit from China. Now, I know the FDA puts it through testing. I don't know how rigorous. But when we got baby formula that was tainted, we got children's toys that were painted with fucking lead paint, and we just keep letting this shit come into the country. What do little kids do with their toys? They stick them in their mouth. They chew on them. Especially if they're teething. And they're painting all these toys with lead paint. Where in America, we're on this huge campaign to rid everything that has lead paint in it. I know houses are inspected before they're put up for sale to see if they have woodwork with lead paint. Any house in this neighborhood was built post-war. Under all them layers of paint is lead paint, because that's what they had back in the 40s and 50s and 60s. Now, unless woodwork was stripped bare, every house in this neighborhood has got moldings and trim with lead paint. And we have evidence of toys in this day and age being shipped in from China that are painted with lead paint. And we're trusting how many thousands of gallons of concentrated apple juice? Oh. A driver said exactly what I was thinking. Because they opened the back of the trailer and a couple of the pallets were leaking. And he looked at the shipping label and it said concentrated apple juice. And then he looked at the bottom of the shipping label and it said from Sichuan, China, or whatever, Sichuan, or however the fuck they pronounce it. Yeah. When we have orchards by the hundreds of acres with apple trees, I wouldn't doubt that we're importing concentrated orange juice. And what is Florida known for? Orange groves. I do not understand what the hell we're importing that shit for, except the old greedy CEOs. Oh, we can get that apple juice, a dollar a gallon cheaper from China. Well, I hope they put it through some fucking rigorous testing. Because what's one of the main things you give to babies? Apple juice. We're going to risk our future generations to shit from China when we already know they're shipping tainted toys. And this was discovered 2 years ago. I remember reading it in several news articles. Toys discovered in America being painted with lead paint from China. And then here's a perfect example of a shipping container loaded with Chinese concentrated apple juice. Wake up, America. Jesus. We are slowly putting the American farmers out of business. Perfect example. We have apple orchards up the yin-yang. But we buy apple juice from China. I didn't know they had big apple orchards in China. Where's China getting the apple juice from? There's a question. Are they buying it from some third world country? And then shipping it yeah, it was interesting because the driver no sooner said, "Don't we have apple orchards here?" I thought the same thing. Hello? We grow apples here. Acres and acres and acres and acres of apples. And I had never known it until I happened to watch this video with this towing company out in LA riding this overturned shipping container mounted on a chassis. And when they opened the doors, here are pallets to the ceiling with these big giant containers of concentrated Chinese apple juice. And I'm thinking, what else are we getting? Are we getting like concentrated ketchup? Concentrated mustard? What is in our food, people? Do we really know? We know our apple juice isn't 100% American. That secret's out. Hey, Mott's Corporation, where are you getting your apple juice from? I can guarantee on the back of the bottle it's going to say Made in America. Although I think the next time I go to the grocery store, I'm going to look at all the apple juice and see exactly what it says on that label. And I can guarantee if it says made in China, I ain't buying it. Not that I buy a lot of apple juice anyway, but are we getting Chinese grape juice too? Should I start looking at Welch's? Scary thought, people. Real scary thought. It's bad enough we get all of our electronics from China and cheap-ass furniture, and now we got to worry about our food. Start looking at the labels on every item that you purchase. Start with apple juice. I know I am, just for grins. I'm going to look at every brand of apple juice and see if they're honest. If the label says, made in America. Or if the label says, imported from China. That'll be a bottle I'll leave on the shelf. Unreal. And with that, friends, hopefully this will be the last sign-off with the old slow-speed internet. And let's hope tomorrow, when I sign on, I'll be signing on with 1 gig of power behind this station. We need the boost. I need a subscriber boost too, but let's boost the internet first. And now, to go to our outro music, which I know is going to come up our intro, this damn tablet. Stopped ya, ha ha ha. Yeah, I caught it before it started to play. Okay, people. Let's sign off. To music made in America. Or England. I think that's where this originated. But England's our friend. Like they say, they're just across the pond. It's a pretty big pond. Even King Charles says that. Our American allies across the pond. Where's my clicker? Oh, I lost my clicker. Well, friends, Grumpy and the bird will bid you a wonderful good evening, and hopefully tomorrow when we meet here at the same station, maybe the same time, with a gig of power behind us. And with that,